that things are happening.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down my spine.
It's stream time. Stream time, baby. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm
It's
here.
Halloween to just me. It's in the chat.
Oh, I see. Well, we're all here though.
We're all here and we're all dedicated to the
Some
art.
more than others.
Look, I don't think so because you made yours and I
Yeah.
made mine years ago.
And I made mine years ago. So, like.
Maddie's here. Hi, Maddie.
Maddie!
Happy Halloween, Maddie. Um, uh, yeah, you're dedicated because you made yours for this occasion at bullying after being bullied, whereas we just live this life all the time.
Yeah,
So.
we live this life. I can't stress enough how I was trying to make this the least amount of stress and bullying possible.
It's my fault for being extra. I know. Listen, I am aware, but why don't we all go around and say what our costumes are and then you can take off the bag.
Well, Maddie already knows that you're Emma. And she says
What?
It's a nice Emma sky.
Well, thank you. Yay. I have other costumes to describe though, because Trucy's a cowboy and Aaron's a fire hazard.
I just can't believe you're putting Aaron on blast like this. The man can't defend himself. He's not on this stream. He's just the ghost.
Can't be. You don't think he'd be honored to be a fire hazard?
I don't know. The ghost of Gregory Edgeworth might be able to. I am from Persona. I'm the protagonist from Persona 5, but the lazy way.
Yay.
Yay. Kevin, what are you?
Yeah, no chance anyone's gonna guess this. I am Mono from Little Nightmares 2, the upcoming video game.
You're ahead of the game, is what you are.
Heck yeah.
If you had a head.
Oh, ah! Okay.
Halloween.
All right, I'm taking this off.
All right.
Okay. As for casual banter, so the fact that Aaron is a fire hazard was going to be the thing when I set it up an hour ago. Yeah. Who is that handsome man in the background? But the problem is though that my downstairs neighbors who moved in last year decided that they're going to actually use their fireplace unlike everyone else in the building, and when they use their fireplace it just makes my entire apartment smell like smoke. So it smells like a campfire in here, so I'll have no idea if Aaron is actually lighting my shit on fire at any given point.
Well, wait a second. Is that a candle in there or is it a light?
That's a light.
Okay. Then the fire hazard goes down.
I just set off my smoke detector today.
Oh, congratulations. Mine has lived inside of a couch cushion for the past few months because I get tired of taking it down whenever I cook things. So
I'll say that I think I've only set mine off once, and I think it was on New Year's when you were over here, Michelle.
I don't know why I'm cursed, but I don't even burn the things. It just goes off.
No, we just make smoky food. That's all.
Yeah.
I definitely burned it.
Oh.
But that's okay. Well, I was grilling some Beyond Meat sausage. And I am unused to grilling things.
That's that'll happen.
Well, but also I wonder. So did you like burn it, or did you just blacken the outside? Because that's not burning.
I just blackened the outside.
Then yeah, that's the smoke detector being too. That's legitimate. That's like cooking. That's a real thing.
That's just
blackening
cooking,
the outside. That's just cooking.
Aaron did microwave some leftover B-dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, and he opened the microwave, and it the spiciness of the sauce choked me, and I'm like, why is it so potent? And he opens the box, and it's got like the glazed chard in the microwave, and I'm like,
oh,
why am I choking on the fumes?
Wow.
It aerosolized in the worst way.
It did. It wasn't even like the super spicy sauces. Just like a little spicy. I don't
That's
have
it's spicy.
I don't have a lot of things else. Otherwise, I'm gonna go hang out with small children tomorrow and play small children Halloween games, and that's exciting.
What is a small child Halloween game?
Like
Like
instead of
scare the
like
small child? Uh,
well, so Aaron committed a crime by buying single ply toilet paper from Costco. So I have a lot of toilet paper that we're gonna like be like, all right, mummy races. So you wrap kids in in toilet paper, and whoever gets the whole child the fastest wins.
oh, neat.
That's fun. That's a fun way to use 3 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah, single ply toilet paper. Um,
But
and then like instead of pin the tail on the donkey, we're gonna pin googly eyes on the spider. You know,
Cool.
games
fun.
little
Those all sound fun.
yeah, like games little kids play, and then we're gonna have a big old pot of mac and cheese with pulled pork in it for dinner, and beverages.
Oh, is that what the pinatas are going to
Oh
be used
yeah, I
for?
made some ghosty pinatas. I was gonna just do one ghost pinata, but then the balloons I bought were like this big after you blew them up, and I was like, well, that's a very small pinata for 3 kids, so I made each of the kids a pinata.
It's
That's good.
adorable.
They all get a chance now.
Yeah, and the 2-year-old doesn't have to like fight the 7-year-old for the candy.
There we go. I'm gonna play Halloween Splatfest, and then we're gonna finish playing Tangle Tower this weekend, which we
Ooh.
started. So
That
I
game's medium
after
spooky.
after a long time, sorry, Kevin, you gave it to me last year.
Oh, whatever.
It's good though. It's good so
I
far.
I prefer it when people play games at their own pace so that they like it.
That's valid. Because that's how I feel about not playing Hades right now. Not valid.
No, everyone's moved on to Yakuza, Stephanie.
Oh, my bad. That's everyone in our friend group. The world is still on Hades.
Oh, okay.
True.
I'm
I
still
mean,
on Hades, but
I still play Hades. I didn't like I didn't give up.
But I never started.
Fair enough.
What I did
Uh,
do is I did pre-order Later Alligator.
ooh.
Later Alligator's very good.
I'll get that in March. Actually,
Yeah, for all
April.
these Ace Attorney fans who are watching this, because nobody else would watch this, Tangle Tower, Later Alligator are right up your alley. Both of them. Mysteries.
And if you like
Yeah.
things that are fun, Bug Snacks.
Oh yeah, Bug Snacks! Yay! More big news on Bug Snacks this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Oh yeah, we got a physical edition now. Hooray!
Yes.
Hooray! And merch on Fangate, where you
And
can get
merch, yeah.
this Strabby.
I'm excited about getting a Strabby myself.
Do you have to pay for a Strabby, or do you get a Strabby?
They will send us Strabbies, I believe. I hope they better.
Are they going to send you a PS5, or do you have to buy your own PS5?
They have sent us one PS5 to split.
I see. Who gets the first round of divorce parenting for the PS5?
Well, I was gonna say no. Who's gonna? When does Geisler cut the PS5 into equal tiny pieces for all of you?
The answer is he has a dev kit, so he doesn't need to.
Ugh.
But I'll tell you what, the answer is me. I'm going in and I'm taking that bite, and that's my tomorrow. I'm spending Halloween going to play the PS5.
Hey.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, not particularly scary. Although I guess I'll be in the office alone. That's kind of spooky.
That's a little spooky.
That place has been abandoned for for months.
Don't look in the fridge.
I'm told my floor at work, which is the basement, smells like mildew and sewage. So I'm like, great. I'm excited to get my shit out of my desk one day.
Oh, don't go back.
I just want my GG on my desk. I got a GG on there.
Oh yeah.
I need to get my GG.
Make a rescue attempt.
I need to make a rescue attempt. It's just it's daunting, and I have to ask HR for permission to come in first because my key fob has been deactivated. So it's one of those like, you can't come in. No, you can't come in.
You'll be locked out.
I have a key. I don't know if she knows I have a key. Anyway, we should start this. We should start playing the game.
Tune in next week to see if Stephanie rescued Gigi
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't hear you. I have phantom antics to do.
Yeah, you're a thief. Go steal
I'm
Gigi.
gonna go steal my shit back.
Well, remember, the important part of being a phantom thief is letting everyone know.
That's
Th-
true.
that's the facts, baby. Alright, well, in the meantime, while I'm stealing my stuff and stealing your heart, I'm also Stephanie of the, that's out of order. We're also, object to this, normally an Ace Attorney fancast, but right now we're playing Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Path, and I'm Stephanie, stealing shit.
Michelle, ready for science.
And I'm Kevin with a bag on my head sometimes.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Alright. What happened last time we played this game?
So last time we bullied Sebastian Zebes so hard he cried again. And then we went back to the crime scene and had to start from scratch again.
Right, because we had made none progress in finding John Marsh.
Right. We got a call from a person who was like, "Mwahaha, I am the kidnapper, and also I've been tapping your Yadagarasu badge, wiretapping you the whole time, mwahaha." And we talked to Nicole Swift a little bit. We talked to the circus folks again a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Gumshoe was there.
Gumshoe came back and he said that he's too ashamed to work with us anymore.
Well, we got the gang back. So now we're gonna go check the dumpster for something.
Yeah, Gumshoe saw the kidnapped boy, John Marsh, by the dumpsters. So we're checking out the dumpsters.
Yeah. So the garbage pickup is at 11 o'clock.
The garbage pickup time is at 11 o'clock. So that's why there's no trash.
When I looked here earlier, the place was overflowing with garbage, sir.
Wow,
Yes.
look at all that garbage.
Looks like today was the day when the bulk waste is collected during the garbage pickup.
There really were a lot of bulky items placed there, pal.
The garbage truck's compactor can crush any kind of garbage dust.
See, in this case, bulk waste, it is transported as is, without being crushed.
Huh? Why do you know about how bulk waste is disposed of, Mr. Edgeworth?
Ah, maybe Mr. Shields, in order to accomplish his Mr. Edgeworth acquisition plan, sent him something like a moving process instructional brochure.
What is this conversation?
It's very Japanese, is what it is.
It's so Japanese.
There are times when you're so sharp it's scary, although they're few and far between. In other words, he's saying that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and from my understanding, what happened is that Ray really wants Miles to work at the Edgeworth & Co. law offices, and so he sent Edgeworth a moving brochure to move his office to his daddy's law office. And then Edgeworth read it.
Of course he did. It was instructional.
Of course.
You're right, of course.
Wait, look at that milk.
Oh no, well, look at this lock first. The milk's
Okay.
important. Looks like the garbage picked up area is locked.
Probably to prevent people outside of the Grand Tower from disposing of their trash here.
Now,
This milk carton is...
it's the one John was drinking out of.
There's no mistake. Something must have happened to John here. Combined with Detective Gumshoe's testimony, the chances are high that John was attacked at the garbage pickup area.
If he was here, then there wouldn't be many witnesses. But why would John have come to a place like this?
Natural to think that he came here to throw something away.
We have no way of knowing, since the garbage truck has already collected everything.
Well, good to know.
The
We've got a
garbage
lot of
truck
them.
hasn't come through because the cars that came through were the taxi and the blue truck. Unless the blue truck's the garbage truck.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
We examined it earlier, but I don't remember if it said it was a garbage truck or not.
What does the garbage pickup area one say?
It says that John was likely attacked there.
Oh, it doesn't say. Only like the garbage has
Well,
already been
I think
taken.
this is still a valid thought, which is like, if they did get picked up, why didn't anyone see it?
Yeah.
It's surprisingly empty, isn't it?
Indeed. It seems the garbage has just recently been collected.
I wonder, what if the garbage wasn't really collected? Maybe someone stole it all. Mr. Edgeworth, I smell a case.
There certainly is a faint smell of something. Is this truly the smell of a case, though?
I really don't think there's anything else to investigate here.
Let's try those
do
two
the logic.
logics. Yeah, and then we just saved, so you know.
Yeah, we're all good.
Hey.
Yeah.
It worked.
The only vehicles that came through the plaza this morning were the taxi and a blue truck.
And Mr. DeBest was kidnapped in that taxi.
Yes. Meanwhile, John was attacked in the garbage pickup area. And the garbage was collected from there at 11 a.m.
Got it, sir. The blue truck was actually...
That's right. The blue truck that came through the plaza was a garbage truck. However, be that as it may, the officer who gave us this information made no mention that the blue truck was a garbage truck.
Talk about careless. How could someone mistake a garbage truck for a normal truck?
But it came. Today was the day for the collection of bulk waste. I suspect it was a standard truck without a trash compactor that came by to collect the trash. John was taken away by this garbage truck. And where do garbage trucks go?
To the dump, of course.
Hold up! The culprit was disguised as a garbage collector, right? Then the truck was probably fake too. How do we know they really went to the dump?
No, the garbage truck should have been real.
Why's that?
It will be made clear if you simply take a look at the garbage pickup area. This shows that the garbage truck John was kidnapped in was real.
Well,
The
it's
fact that they took the garbage away with it?
That's
stupid,
right.
Edgeworth. That's
No
dumb.
ordinary truck could take garbage.
well, they wouldn't know what to take because they didn't read an informational brochure. But if I'm gonna click this milk carton and it's like, see that like he dropped the milk and that's why he was taken, the garbage truck did a shitty job because they left garbage behind.
No, don't click that milk. Come on.
You don't think
Look in
it's the
the
milk?
empty area.
No, I
guess.
think it's the empty area. I think he's really going off on the garbage truck took the garbage.
There's something important there.
Oh, damn it.
Pot alone is evidence enough. Oh, okay. I'm wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
No!
Oh. So it wasn't here. Okay, maybe you're right. It was about the milk. If it wasn't a real garbage truck, it wouldn't have been able to collect the trash. Oh, I get it.
Oh.
Wasn't there something around here that proves that? It's the lock on the door. Because how would they open it? They weren't real garbage folk.
Nobody knows how to pick locks in the entire universe or to steal keys. Maddie asked, what do you think each AA character's favorite candy is? That's a big question, Maddie.
We had a long discussion about what Miles would have as his favorite candy.
And Gregory, yeah, that's on the episode that drops tomorrow.
Is it Werther's?
No.
No.
We think that
Oh.
Werther's would be too sweet for them both because they hate pocket chocolate.
That's a good point.
So we said that Gregory's was dark chocolate with sea salt, and Miles was begrudgingly a weird Japanese Kit Kat flavor, like white chocolate with cranberries, and then his dad continues to buy him weird Kit Kat flavors every day, and he is tired of it.
Yeah.
But Maddie, if you have more theories, by all means, email them.
I feel like Kay would like gummy bears. Like, she likes chocolate, but I think she's like a fruit candy kind of gal.
Yeah.
Garbage picker. Ah, only a real garbage collector could have unlocked it to collect the trash.
Precisely. We should assume that a genuine garbage truck was used. For example, the kidnapper could have put John into a large cardboard box. If the box was mixed in with the rest of the bulk waste,
The garbage collector would have carried John away without even knowing it.
exactly. The culprit would then lie in wait at the garbage dump. And if they said, "I threw it away by mistake," the box would be returned to them.
Any garbage dumps nearby?
This is wild, this theory.
Let's see. Ah,
Listen,
there's 2 of them.
there's 2 boys, 2 boxes, 2 dumps. It's fine.
I will say, Maddie, it's not going to be irrelevant next time if you want to email in about candy, because we are now entering the holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas are also prime candy seasons, I think, personally. So
Also, we're always thirsty for talking points.
we are also always thirsty for talking points, so definitely don't hesitate. Which garbage
So, which garbage dump was he taken to? Could there be a hint in any of the information I hold?
The
You
only
got that?
thing would be the Coliseum, maybe?
I think so, yeah, because there was an explosion sound and there's fireworks.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a good point. I guess connect those, which are not the garbage dump, but that's fine.
Keys, didn't you say that there were fireworks at the Coliseum earlier?
Huh? What about them?
Those fireworks set off during the day.
Yeah, just while we were there. A bunch of them were set off.
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
That explosion sound we heard at the end of the kidnapper's phone call very well have been the fireworks.
Ah,
Don't think you can get away with this.
Then come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it. That is, if you can bring me to justice, but I highly doubt that. Boom.
To have been picked up by the phone, it must have been fairly loud.
so that means the culprit was near the Coliseum.
We know which dump it is.
Even
Ow.
so, I bet the fireworks could be heard in lots of places around the Coliseum.
Indeed, it would be impossible for us to search the entire area by ourselves. If only we could have the police lend us a hand.
If only there weren't several people standing nearby.
Yeah, if only the police were here to do it. Oh, whoops.
Should I connect these 2 thoughts?
Yeah, I think connect those two, because it could be anywhere around the Coliseum, and there's one of the garbage dumps by the Coliseum.
I see, you're right.
The explosion sound we heard from the kidnapper's phone. We know that John is being confined in some place in the vicinity of the Coliseum.
One of the garbage dumps is right next to the Coliseum.
John was almost certainly taken there.
I didn't realize everything was like sun related. Sunshine Harbor, Dawn Waste, Dusk Waste, Dawning Street, Twilight Station, Sunset Avenue.
Yeah, what is this, Kingdom Hearts? I was more thinking about where I like to keep my dumps is right on the shoreline of the ocean. You know?
Oh, always. So you can ship the garbage out, you see. In which case, the place he is being confined to must also be somewhere close by. Detective Gumshoe, you're the police.
Yes, sir.
Could I ask you to search the area around this garbage dump?
You don't have to ask me like we're strangers, sir. It feels so distant. Please just order me around like you normally do.
Are you sure, Detective? Right now, I'm not a prosecutor.
I tell you, sir, detectives don't just investigate for the sake of prosecutors.
You have my thanks, Detective.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Map-Up is serenading us with Firework by Katy Perry. It's very good.
Oh, thank you, Mop. That's better than for some reason I have that Boom 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 I Want You in My Room song stuck in my head right now. So Firework is a much better
Switch
choice.
gears there.
It was the big boom. Mr. Edgeworth, look, it's almost time.
Yes. It would be best if we hurry. They should also be at their limit. Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you.
Leave it to me, sir. This may be an unofficial investigation. But I'll call in all of my pals from the station to help.
I'll help too. Stealing John back is my job after all.
I will be returning to the courtroom. I might be able to draw out some more time.
Okay, well then. Even in the depths of night.
The clock just struck 2. We have to hurry.
My introduction! When no other bird dares to take flight!
Too busy trying to do her theme song.
I'm sure that was also twice as ominous because of the emulator.
Probably, yes. Back to the worst court case I've ever experienced.
April 6th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, look who's on stand.
Oh, look who's on the stand.
Oh, look at that
Oh
job.
my god.
Well, well, well. If it isn't former Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Way's the best.
Witness, face forward. We are not done talking yet.
Like I said, you see, why exactly would I have needed to help that person out, Your Honor?
He got a new beard. His house is full of beard weaves, Maddie. So he's just got a new beard weave.
We also
Yeah.
we only did the budget for one sprite without his beard weave, and we just can't keep
Right.
doing that.
You know, it's a crying shame. Having the beautiful woman declared guilty, honestly, it brings tears to my eyes.
Hey, Ray, don't fucking say anything.
But you see, there's no reason for me to go out of my way to hide evidence just to save her.
However, we still have your testimony of your son, Prosecutor the Best. He testified he handed the evidence over to you.
Simon went.
Well, I haven't the slightest clue what he was talking about. I simply can't imagine why Sebastian would have said something like that, you know?
Mhm.
Did you just sneak in behind
He just like
Francis?
shoved Francie.
What if there is evidence that shows your connection to Warden Roland? I, a normal man.
And just what are you think you're doing, former Prosecutor Edgeworth?
Edgeworth, stop standing on my feet. Get off.
As you see, we put things in quotes to mean that they're not true.
I was under the impression that you were no longer in any position to stand in this court.
Miles Edgeworth, how dare you barge into my prosecutor's bench?
It's exactly what he did.
Tiska, I'm sorry. I need you to lend me the bench for a little while.
Where's your name on it? I don't see your name on it. What are you saying?
It says, no, you're right. Judge Courtney, I've brought vital evidence related to this case. Your Honor, please allow me to testify.
She'd never allow it.
Courtney Pine, Uncle Ray also asked that he be allowed to testify. There are no objections from the prosecution either, right?
Understood. The prosecution also has no objections.
There's no way you can allow something like this, you know? Such high-handed methods. Surely are enough to warrant being held in contempt of court, wouldn't you say, Courtney?
As long as John is still in danger, Judge Courtney cannot rule against the warden. I must convey to her somehow that the search for her son is progressing. Judge Courtney, I ask that you have faith in me and my assistant.
Oh, now that you're calling me your assistant? Oh no, you didn't mean me. Now that you mention it, where exactly is she?
She's currently out searching for the most important piece of evidence.
It's a waste of time. There's no such evidence. Are you stalling for time? How disgraceful.
Most important piece of evidence, huh? Courtney Pine. I don't really know what that evidence is, but I think we should have faith in her. After all, even if she may not look like it, she's still the great thief Viata Garasi.
Somehow, it seems that Mr. Shields understands. Judge Courtney, we've already determined the general location of that evidence. It's only a matter of time before she steals the evidence back.
I understand. Then I shall give you special permission to testify.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is ridiculous.
Pulling a phoenix right here in this courtroom.
This vital evidence that you have found, please present it to the court.
Yeah, I guess Edgeworth is very used to random yahoos bursting into court with new evidence.
Yeah.
So, he's just trying it out. Blaze Best and Patricia Rowland are somehow connected. Allow me to present evidence that proves it. Which piece of evidence proves it?
Don't we have a letter?
We have something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not that one. Not that one.
MapUp says quotations are used to emphasize sarcasm because Uncle Ray has a copyright on using air quotes. It's very good.
Yeah, this one.
This one that says a connection.
Document contains a detailed report regarding the interrogation of a certain man.
A certain man?
That man being the late Horace Knightley. And The one who interrogated him was the defendant in this trial, Patricia Rowland.
Ugh. So that means that was the interrogation where ...
That's right. Patricia Rowland murdered Knightley in the aftermath of the interrogation. And that very interrogation has been recorded in this written report.
That definitely sounds like vital evidence. Miles Edgeworth. Just now, you referred to that document as a written report. Now, just who in the world was that report written for?
I thought you might ask that, Franziska. And that's precisely what is most important about this report. We found this document inside the safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the Grand Tower.
The 51st floor. The storeroom for the black market auction?
Indeed. And the conductor of the auction was you, Blaze DeVest. Received a report about the victim from Warden Rowland. In the face of this evidence, can you still say you have no connection to this case?
In regards to that, I refuse to answer.
What?
It has yet to be proven in court that I was the conductor of the black market auction.
Oh? Have you already forgotten the events of this morning? I believe I had already proved it back then, did I not?
That was in court, smartass. I'm pleading the fifth, motherfucker. I will not deny that I was bested by you. However, that was logic chess at the crime scene, not court. Who knows if the results will be the same in court? An acquittal is still possible, you see? Until it's been proven in court that I am the conductor of the black market auctions. You can't prove that document was addressed to me.
Oh no, someone's finally pointed out that me yelling at people in rooms is not the same as a court proceeding. Your logic is twisted.
That's not very nice, you know. My logic isn't twisted, is it, Courtney? Don't you feel the same way? It was quite unlike you to allow former Prosecutor Edgeworth's statement just now, you know. It saddens me, you see, that you would fail to uphold the law as a judge should. In fact, I'm so upset by this, I may have no other choice but to use my last resort, you know?
It is as you say. Something that has not been proven in court does not merit any deliberation. I will have to overrule Mr. Edgeworth's claim.
As I thought, until John has been rescued.
You see, the truth at the scene and the truth in the courtroom are two very different things.
So, you're saying the truth can be distorted in court as long as it's for your sake?
What a horrible thing to say. I'm not distorting the truth or anything like that, you know? If a not guilty verdict is handed down, then that becomes the truth. That's all it is, you see?
It's useless. There's nothing we can do unless the missing evidence turns up.
Now then, Courtney, why don't you deliver a not guilty verdict and let's get this over with? After all, that evidence
isn't gonna show up anytime soon, you know?
So it's here he is.
Here's the boy.
He's the boy.
Who raised an objection just now? Oh, sauntering in.
Pops.
Sebastian, why did you come back here now, of all times?
Sebastian, what is the meaning of this? Just where are you and what have you been doing since you abandoned your own trial?
I was kidnapped in a box. What do you want?
I was boy in the box number 1!
I'm sorry, I was,
Such an act is unbecoming of a prosecutor. You should be ashamed.
Well,
Sebastian, you still don't get it, do you? This court has no place for a sniveling child such as yourself.
Pops. I
Oh,
Acting
a
like
single shonen anime tear.
He's acting like a protagonist.
I've come to present new evidence, Your Honor.
That's the spirit.
So, please, let me take my place back at the prosecutor's bench. Sebastian, I didn't think he would come back.
Well, the music's really slow, but what is this theme?
It's like a tango.
Yeah.
Objection. What's all this now, Sebastian? You don't seem at all like your normal self.
Ugh. Pops.
Come on now. What's the matter? You want Daddy to play with you? Isn't that it? Well then, why don't we just head on back home? I got a nice box for you, kid.
Return to the witness stand.
What's wrong? You're shaking like a leaf.
He's not ready for Blaze today.
Sorry.
Honor. The prosecutor officially in charge of this case has just arrived with new evidence. It was still in session. In light of this, shouldn't we continue with the proceedings?
Naturally, the defense has no objections, Your Honor. I'm sure the defense attorney originally in charge would say the same. We live for the drama, you see.
The prosecution has no objections either, Your Honor.
Continue with the proceedings? That won't be necessary. Isn't that right, Courtney?
Still believes that he was the one who kidnapped John. As long as John still hasn't been found, Judge Courtney will remain bound by Blaze. And nothing else will change that. Although, in theory, we could tell her that Blaze has not kidnapped John and he's been kidnapped by an unrelated person.
Yeah.
That sound is... Some other asshole didn't put the phone on silent when he
Oh
walked
gosh,
in.
yeah. Oh, but that's in our pocket actually,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it was me.
Her cell phone. My phone as well?
Uncle Ray's phone is also?
Stop.
Everybody's fucking phone's all going off at once.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Mr. Shields!
we found John, sir.
Look at my guppy!
Look, took his coat
He's
off.
got it over John.
Aw, aw.
Aw.
Aww.
John's just on his fucking phone.
Well, I think he's calling Courtney.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
probably calling his
yeah.
mom.
Probably. He's not holding it to his ear though. He's just.
He knows she won't answer, which is so sad.
He's trying to FaceTime her, all right? It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We rescued John!
Excellent work, detective.
That kid was the most important piece of evidence, right?
Way to go, Kay.
I wanted to spread the word quickly, so I had everyone call.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mom didn't pick up.
Tut. Good Courtney. It's for you.
Dot, dot, dot. Yes, I see. I'm so glad you're safe. Make sure you properly thank everyone, okay? Be careful and come home safe. Alright, it's ass whooping time! Let us resume the proceedings. Now that I may once again swing my gavel to my heart's content.
Ha! You're kidding, right? This is just a sad joke, you know?
This is from the man who kidnapped his own child. Witness, this is no joke. Please return to the stand. Prosecutor DeBest as well. Promptly return to your seat at the prosecution's bench.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, peace out, I'm leaving, bye. Dot. Sebastian DeBest.
Yes, Karma.
Dot. I leave the rest to you.
Uh-huh.
Going up against your own father. It won't be easy. I shall observe how things pan out.
Why was that in quotes?
I think Edgeworth said that to her earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I shall observe how things pan out. From the gallery. But you shall taste my whip! Now then, allow me to ask once more. Is the prosecution ready? Prosecutor DeBest, what is the new evidence you wish to present?
Dot. The missing knife and chisel, Your Honor.
You mean they've finally been found? I was wondering why the most important evidence was a boy and not a knife.
Prosecutor DeBest, is this true?
The knife and chisel. I wasn't able to find them. I searched and searched, I really did. But it was already too late. Too late?
What do you mean?
I remembered this morning when I passed by Pops in the garage at home.
Well, and then he threw me into a box, like garbage.
Before the box, yeah.
He was holding something wrapped in a newspaper. Pops, where are you going?
Sebastian. Just taking out some trash. Jingle,
moment.
jangle, jingle.
I heard it. The faint sound of a bell.
Could that sound have been, by any chance?
The bell attached to Dogan's chisel.
In other words, you're saying that the witness threw away the evidence.
Dot, 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 dot.
Searched for it, but I didn't make it in time. I'm sorry.
Where exactly did you search for it?
The garbage dump. No,
This is tragic.
I went to the garbage dump and searched everywhere. I thought the evidence Pops threw away had to be there. Isn't that Sebastian?
Ah! What are you doing here? He ignored us.
So at that time, he had gone to the garbage dump. But this was all I could find.
A rock. This is... It smells rather peculiar.
Now that you mention it, there's kind of a funky smell coming from you as well.
What do you expect? I was digging through garbage. And what of the knife? I think it's buried somewhere in that giant mountain of trash. But I couldn't find it by myself.
I understand. I shall accept this into evidence.
Well done, Sebastian. You never betray my expectations, you know. You searched so desperately through the garbage, and that's all you have to show for it?
Oh, what a tearjerker. I'm tearing up already.
Objection.
It's a bit too early for tears, don't you think? We haven't examined the evidence properly yet. Let me get my hands on that trash.
I think it's a pointless waste of time, you know.
I'm counting on you, Sebastian, Miles. Show him the truth. Show him the truth that can be exposed in court and take him down.
Shields is backing us up. Now all we need is a breakthrough.
We're acting like defense attorneys, though. He's just not doing fucking anything.
Yeah, when I said let me get my hands on that trash, I meant let me get Miles's hands on that trash.
Prosecutor DeBest, let's take a closer look at the evidence. Right.
Is it a rock?
I think it's something wrapped in newspaper,
Oh.
like soggy, nasty, trashy newspaper, but it's something wrapped in it.
Look inside. It'd be great if we could find some kind of proof.
Oh,
This is the bell that was attached to Dogan's chisel. Are there any traces left behind on it? It's no good. There's not even a single smudge on it.
What did you find, Prosecutor DeBest?
Did you even find anything?
Darn it!
Of course you'd find nothing. Something like that can't be called evidence, you know.
If we ring it and it sounds like a certain tone, we know it's the chisel bell because there's only 2 in the entire world.
alternatively, if it summons a dog.
Yeah.
All it is trash. It may be sad, but that's the truth, you see.
Were Sebastian's efforts all for naught? Indeed, this bell does not seem to be valid evidence. However... Mr. Edgeworth, you really giving up?
calm as always, Edgeworth. Quite unlike Sebastian here.
Well then, is the prosecution finished with its argument?
Dean, not yet. We're not through yet. There's still something we haven't examined.
It's very weird that everyone's just calling each other their first names all the time.
Yeah. Or Courtney Pie.
Yeah, Courtney Pie, or even just like, does the prosecution give up? And him being like, Justine, no.
You're still not giving up? Struggling in vain's not cute at all, you know?
It seems Sebastian hasn't given up yet either. I was just thinking the exact same thing. The last item remaining. Is it trash or is it evidence? If we don't examine it, we'll never find out. The item I'm thinking of is...
The bell, I think.
the newspaper?
It's not the knife, right? Rule that one out.
We don't have the knife, yeah.
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 So the
Because what is on the newspaper? We don't know.
yeah.
We don't know what's on the newspaper, but we also know that the bell is one of two
Right, but they just went on a huge rigmarole about,
about
how the
how
bell's
the bell
not...
is traceless.
Yeah.
Let's look
Yeah.
at the newspaper. Maybe it's got Blaze the Best handprints on it or some shit. I don't know.
We're still not done examining the newspaper that the bell was wrapped
This is some
in.
Phoenix Wright shit. Why couldn't
Yeah,
we
it
just
is.
call our friend Phoenix Wright, get Ray the fuck out of here, and then we just played as Phoenix for a case?
That'd be fun.
It seems that Sebastian has the same idea as I do.
Wow, this is just wonderful, you know. So wonderful, it's to cry for. Is it desperation or simply reckless abandon? Are you really going to pin all your hopes on a worthless scrap of newspaper?
I've done worse.
This is some Phoenix Wright ass shit, that's all I'm saying.
We won't know for sure whether or not it's worthless until we examine it, will we? Sebastian, let's examine it post-haste.
Spin, 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 spin.
A
Oh,
giant fucking handprint that says death on it, like that's gloves we found.
beautiful.
It's to cry for.
Is a handprint? There's something greasy on here too. Is it oil? Motor oil from a motorcycle? Judge Courtney, we'd like to request a fingerprint analysis on this paper. Okay.
It just says letters, my dude.
Could you please summon someone from forensics?
Advice this time. Oh, wrong voice. Your request is accepted. Contact the lab at once.
Yeah, they learned from Mia for sure. Maddie says, shit, we forgot to turn the paper around. Fuck.
Fuck, shit, damn it.
Mia didn't even have to come back from the dead to tell us to do this.
She must be so proud of us. Reporting, these are definitely fingerprints.
No, they're not. They're letters.
However, it's from a glove.
Okay.
What?
Didn't I tell you it's nothing but a worthless scrap of paper? Just think about it, you know, when handling important evidence. What kind of idiot wouldn't use gloves? Oh wait, wouldn't that be you, the idiot who doesn't know when to give up?
What idiot uses gloves that clearly say death across them? I am so good, so fucking good.
Mabum says, who? How could we have missed the basketball-sized handprint with letters at the tip? It
Dude,
really
I-
is gigantic.
I will say that, to be fair, this is all predicated on that Sebastian would testify against him, and like he didn't expect it to happen like this.
No, of course. But also, like, he did use the most distinctive gloves he owned, as Maddie
That is true.
Yeah.
What kind of idiot wouldn't use gloves?
God,
You know.
Yeah. It's poetic.
That's pretty harsh talking to your son like that.
What's wrong with calling an idiot an idiot? If you want to be the best, you have to be heartless. I have no compassion for worthless individuals, not even my own son.
Oh, hi, Jams. Welcome to Ridiculous Court. And Blaze being abusive, but on the record this time, there's a stenographer taking notes and everything.
You know, you've always called yourself a genius prosecutor, haven't you? Didn't I explain to you this morning why you were a genius up until now? That's right. It was all because of me. Because of my authority. You were always being protected by people like Courtney. And me. Now, get that stinking face of yours out of my sight.
Stinking?
Well. Yeah.
You know, now that I think about it, that stench might just suit you perfectly. Just keep it away from my nose or my eyes will start watering.
James loves the costumes. Yay.
Wrong. You're wrong, Pops.
Bastion, what are you talking about?
You're the one who stinks, Pops. It's you, not me.
Oh, got him good.
Tick bird. Watch his weave fly off.
What?
You haven't noticed, have you? You smell, Pops. So much that you can't even hide it. Mr. Edgeworth, try smelling the handprint on the newspaper. Smell? It smells like oil. I know something that smells just like it.
Is it
Come to think
oil?
of it, back then, it smells like motor oil. Maintaining that motorcycle must be Blaze's hobby. That's right. The smell proves it. It proves that the culprit who hid the evidence was... It's no good. I guess I can't become the best after all. I'm too soft. I could never be so heartless.
Oh, the anime tear.
I just can't bring down my father with my own hands.
It's okay, Francie's gonna whip you from the gallery.
Oh my god,
Look at
Sebastian
that.
is wearing gloves.
Yeah, I know.
Stand in that whole shit, and he is wearing gloves.
True.
At least
Oh,
Sebastian's
boy.
don't say death on them.
Yeah.
Dot 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 dot. Summon your courage. Become a different prosecutor from your father. Wasn't that what you decided? Huh? We are prosecutors. Some of us more than others. And as prosecutors, we stand in the courtroom.
Not you, Miles, get fucked.
In that case, isn't it our duty to shed light on the truth? Dot dot dot. Exposing crimes and bringing criminals to justice. Even if the criminal is your own father. That is your duty as a prosecutor.
It takes one to know one, Miles.
I did it, he can do it. Didn't I promise you that if you have the courage to stand up, I will show you the way? And if you cannot do it alone, then we shall do it together. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
Allow me to present the evidence that connects this handprint with my father.
Edgeworth just opens his coat up so that so he can take the gloves out.
Hold on, let me scroll to the next page.
Yeah, what is it? I bet you it's the chessboard.
Hell of motor oil, the kind used for maintaining motorcycles. Both myself and Mr. Edgeworth have smelled this exact same smell before. Laced at best. It was in your garage.
Ugh.
And wouldn't you say these fingerprints have a rather peculiar shape? 5 letters that spell out death. It's exactly the same as your gloves.
Those gloves are very common.
You can buy gloves like that from anywhere, like the AutoZone. It doesn't prove anything.
Really the case? But the only thing that these 2 pieces of evidence have in common. The fingerprints on the newspaper that was used to wrap up the bell. And Blaze's mechanic's gloves. This is the unmistakable similarity they both share.
Is
I
it?
think it's that they also have dirt on them.
Yeah, is it that they're dirty as fuck?
When we could just have forensics do it.
That wasn't
Oh, it's
it.
not
This
the
is
dirt?
thing.
Well, I'm not quite sure where this unmistakable similarity is, you know?
Even if you don't understand, I do. But Mr. Edgeworth, I don't understand either. Oh, that wasn't it.
My B.
Maddie says the correct answer is the stink lines coming up.
It's probably like the A here, how it's like half cut off maybe?
Oh,
Now
maybe.
let's look closely at the fingerprints. It should definitely have a similarity with the glove.
Ugh, as I thought, that glove isn't evidence at all.
Really the case? That's not the only similarity.
Yeah, it's probably the A.
This is the similarity.
Feel a little bad. We were on a roll, but you're right. It's the missing A.
Well, we were concentrating so much of how fucking dirty everything is.
Well, because that's even in the note of the glove. It says they're very dirty.
Yeah.
You know.
If you examine the imprint left by the letter A, you'll see it's unmistakably from this glove.
Sorry.
What?
That's not all. There is one more item we must take note of. Namely, these dirt
Fucking
stains.
dirt.
Alright. We shouldn't have gotten penalized for that then.
We should not have gotten penalized for that.
I suggest we do a comparative analysis of the dirt stains from the newspaper
Thank
and
you
the
for
glove.
using forensics.
If the contents match up, then it will prove to be decisive evidence.
Bailiff, please have these dirt samples sent to forensics for analysis immediately.
Ah, Edgeworth, Sebastian! You lonely prosecutors, do you have any idea who I am?
Pops, you can't run away anymore. It's been proven in court that you concealed the evidence. And that you tried to cover for the defendant.
You're saying that I'm guilty? That I'll be sent to prison? Place to bust? A couple of snot-nosed punks are gonna make me disappear? There must be some mistake.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Kevin? We lost Kevin.
Lost Kevin.
Oh.
Oh, we got Kevin back.
Whoop. know what that was.
Sorry, everyone, hold on a second while the emulator freaks out and I try to get... There's him. Okay.
Be a man and admit your crimes.
Do you really think you can survive if I'm not around?
I'll be fine now. I thought I wanted to become the best prosecutor so I could get your approval, Pops. But when I was kidnapped by your men and stuck in that dark room, I started thinking, I am truly powerless. I despaired and averted my eyes from the truth, but at that moment, Mr. Edgeworth stepped in and showed me the way. And now, I am no longer just a child chasing after his father's approval. I've become capable. I can find evidence all on my own now.
We shouldn't have cut to him digging through trash, though.
Yeah.
It was so powerful.
What? My men kidnapped you? Why weren't you?
Pops, I'll show you the truth you never knew. Through this trial.
Bastion, how dare you speak to me like that? You should have just stayed an idiot, son.
You may have hated me to the very end, Pops. But I've always looked up to you.
Oh, that's shown in tear.
Thank you for everything up until now. And goodbye.
Yeah.
You! Since when did you? All you've ever been able to do was depend on me, Sebastian!
You burn all his hair off again? Do we snatch the weave?
Maybe.
I think he turned to dust.
I think he just like a
Like a
the
stank
flame
cloud.
went up. Yeah, he just jetted out of the courtroom via fire. It's like there's a hole in the ceiling now.
It has been established that the evidence was concealed by Blaise de Best himself. A judgment regarding his concealment of evidence shall be delivered at a separate trial. The missing chisel and knife still have yet to be found. However, once a search of the waste disposal site is underway, they will surely be discovered.
The knife will be found? What will happen to me if it's found?
No need to worry. You'll simply receive the punishment you deserve for your crime.
Ugh.
Punishment? For me? Blaise, what in the world are you doing? You! After all your boasting about being able to create your own truths and not guilty verdicts. That's why I contacted you immediately after the prison incident in the first place. And to make matters worse, you even kidnapped the wrong kid. I can't believe this. You really are completely useless.
Certainly a violent outburst. But you heard her, Prosecutor de Best. Yeah, she got flustered and said a bunch of important stuff. Right? Indeed, that's correct. He still doesn't seem very sure of himself.
Very well. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Straight up confession is not enough for a guilty?
I was in the gallery, but I came down, huh? 'Cause I thought it
He's
was
not
over.
so fasted.
Who are you? Oh,
Oh, the other hard voice.
do you want me to try laying for now?
I'll do it. I'll do
Okay.
it.
Judge Courtney, it's still too early for a happy ending. Langsy says, the end of the trial is not always the end of the case.
Well, that's just, yeah, sure. And who might you be?
Forgot his fucking sunglasses.
Never forget his fucking sunglasses and his boa to cover his nipples.
He needs that.
The name's Qilong Lang. I'm just a humble lone investigator.
Do you have some objection with this trial?
Ha! Not a chance. The defendant there has a heart as black as a moonless night.
I'm stealing Godot lines now.
You can't just do that.
I was there in Trials and Tribulations and I thought it was baller, so here I am. Lang, don't tell me you're the one from 12 years ago. You got it. Ain't this nice? Now, you're finally going to prison where you belong. 12 years is a long time coming from a suspended sentence, don't you agree?
Agent Lang, what are you talking about?
The SS5 incident from 12 years ago, it's a case I'll never forget.
12 years ago.
A lot has changed. It all happened over 12 years ago. Back then, he and my father were close friends, and our clan protected the president's life. But then he suddenly changed. It's as if he became an entirely different person. Nowadays, he doesn't even have a shred of faith in the police force of Zhengfa.
12 years ago. I wonder what went on then. Might it have something to do with Lang's father and President Huang? Can't handle all these characters.
Yeah, I am gonna wait for it because I keep fucking up lines because
I don't know why it's so slow right now.
Because so many goddamn people are on screen.
Patricia Rowland, and you, Blaze DeBest. Back then, the two of you killed off the Lang clan. Ooh.
Were you involved in the incident 12 years ago?
Right, I was. However, I'm not here to chase after ghosts of the past. I'm here for you, Justine Courtney.
Me?
You and one other.
Well, the gang's all here.
Great. I hope the emulator doesn't crash.
I had 3 additional cops just for set dressing.
Oh boy. John.
Miss Courtney, you're coming along too. As a suspect in the murder of the president of Zhengfa, Dijun Huang.
Oh boy.
Poor emulator.
Agent Lang, what evidence do you...
Oh my. This is like a horror game now.
Settle down, Mr. Prosecutor. The investigation has only just begun.
I'm so scared.
Everyone in the chat is making very funny Godot jokes. And now everyone's map up's like, the emulator's dying. True.
We're going to inspect the crime scene with the suspects in attendance.
Agent Lang! Did he get his hands on some new pieces of evidence?
James is like, not so bad. Good.
If you have any objections, then you can tag along as well.
I shall do just that.
Keep not talking, John. That's what I like to see.
Okay, one more. James says the emulator is as dead as Godot.
Oh no!
Oh,
Which is
ow.
mostly dead, but not all dead.
Yeah.
The end of the trial is not always the end of the case. There are still many mysteries yet unsolved surrounding the murder of the president. Namely, the true nature of the giant monster and
Then,
Oh God.
You want me to do
then
it?
come and get me. I'll be looking forward to it.
I'm just doing it as a robot.
That is, if you can bring me to justice. But I highly doubt that. Boom.
the true identity of the person on the other end of the phone.
Come on, I feel a save coming.
Yeah, we can maybe save it in TBC. Maybe we can
Nice.
save it and the emulator will catch back up.
Yeah. And
Lang essentially came and was like, "Stop doing other cases. It's my turn. Come back and do my case."
it's my turn now. If the emulator is gonna keep struggling, though,
Can we restart it?
I can close the emulator and restart it.
Oh, the rest of the gang.
Alternatively, we can call it maybe a little early tonight, and maybe like a computer restart would do it. But I don't want to like deal with all of that and then like cancel the stream, close the stream, and come back. So we just call
That's
it early.
that's probably fair. Yeah.
So it does seem to be very slow still. So let me close the emulator real quick. Streaming was okay. It was fine.
Hey, Chat, quick, while we're doing this, Maddie earlier wanted to do everybody in Ace Attorney's favorite candy. We do Baby Miles' favorite and Gregory's favorite on the episode that comes out tomorrow, but Phoenix's favorite candy, go. Chat.
I feel like he's a classic. He's a classic boy.
Non-chat is also Kevin and Stephanie. If you have ideas, what's Phoenix's favorite candy?
I feel like it has to be something surprising in the middle, like Kinder Surprise.
Yeah, like a Kinder.
Right. It looks like a chocolate egg, but you open it and it's ridiculous bullshit.
See, I was gonna say, I feel like he's gonna be like a basic boy who just likes him a good Milky Way, which is what we call it in the States. Everywhere else calls it a Mars bar. Oh, I froze Michelle, I think.
No, I'm here. Oh, what?
I see Michelle.
Oh, no, she's
in the
frozen
stream,
on
I'm
the stream.
frozen.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's...
Maddie has it written down in the notes. Peanut M&Ms is what Maddie says. That's pretty good. I was over here thinking a Milk Dud. Because Milk Duds are also bullshit, but I also have some in my house.
I like
I
them,
love
but I
Milk
know
Duds.
they're bullshit. They're not, like, definitely top tier at any means.
Why
Mars
do y'all
bars are-
hate Milk Duds so much?
Because it's not a pleasant caramel. There's other caramel that is more pleasant to chew.
Yes.
Fine.
I like them, but they are not top tier, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, they're not. I would eat a Kinder Surprise if presented to me too, even though it's full of bullshit. Jam says Mars bar is classic. Mapop says those Wonder Balls, which were full of chalky sweet tarts, if I recall correctly. Chocolate
that's
spheres
true.
full of sweet tarts,
So
kind of sour.
Yeah, everyone seems
That
to
is.
agree that Phoenix likes extra surprises in his candy, which I think
I do
tracks.
think the Wonder Ball is better than Kinder Surprise since you can actually eat what's in a Wonder Ball.
True.
And Kinder Surprise is just a choking hazard.
Jam says my immediate thought was a Sour Patch Kid, but I think
Ooh.
that's because I just had one. See, that's where I'm coming at with the Milk Duds. But you know what I'm thinking here is, really, I know in my heart one thing, and that it's that Phoenix Wright is a Go-Gurt man.
Where did
Phoenix Wright enjoys a Go-Gurt.
where did a Go-Gurt come from? We're talking about candy.
I know, but like,
Do you have Go-Gurts in your house? Do you have to
no,
tell
I
us?
don't, and I
Okay.
haven't had a Go-Gurt in maybe 10 years, but I know that Phoenix Wright does a Go-Gurt. He seems like a real a person who values travel in their food items,
Do
right?
you think he freezes his Go-Gurts to have bullshit popsicles?
Maddie says that's a very true thing. Michelle, how does it feel to be right? It feels great. It feels like a Go-Gurt.
Does a
Nice.
Go-Gurt feel great? I don't know.
This is how I came up with Go-Gurt. Wonder Ball, things from the 90s. Those like
Okay.
frosting dippables. Do you remember those
Yeah.
frosting
Yeah.
dippables?
Dunkaroos.
They're like Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos. But it was like sticks that were
Yeah.
cookies, and then because they make a cheese version that's like sticks that are not sweet and cheese. So I was thinking those fucking frosting dippers, and then I was like other weird 90s, early 2000s food, Go-Gurt, and I was like, Phoenix Wright's a Go-Gurt man.
Wait,
Yeah.
so if you want something that's actually candy, Pixie Sticks.
Jams, yes, Go-Gurt is yogurt in a tube. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Pixie Sticks is good, but I don't
Because
think
that's just raw sugar in a tube.
That's Maya's favorite.
No, Maya's favorite is
Uh,
Pop Rocks. That bitch loves Pop Rocks. Her and Emma eat Pop Rocks together.
Okay, but I mean, Pixie Sticks is a much more hyper. Like
Yes.
Phoenix's personality is not hyper enough to enjoy a Pixie Stick.
That's true.
Phoenix-
Jam says that Phoenix also likes cheese strings, like mozzarella string cheese for sure. Yes.
Fuck, let's not go back to the game. Let's keep this going.
Let's see.
You
Athena-
gotta restart our stream because we don't have the stream in Discord anymore.
That's true.
That's true.
I do agree for sure that Athena likes candy corn. I do think she would like candy corn.
Maddie says Athena loves candy corn. I think she would love candy corn, but I don't think it'd be her favorite.
I don't think so either, but I think she would still like it.
Let me hit you with this. I think Athena's a ring pop gal. Because that's also
see
that
it.
versatility of I can wear the ring pop and continue with my busy life of bullshit and suck on the ring pop occasionally.
I think Gumshoe likes Bazooka Joe.
The
The
gum.
gum?
Yeah. It's gonna be the gum. Cause one, it lasts a long time and he's only gonna get one every so often. And two,
Yeah.
it's got little jokes.
Little
You
jokes.
can read the jokes.
That's probably true.
I did forget
My
about
pop
Lauren
says so
Pops.
if only Athena could meet Lauren Pops, who was also a ring pop gal.
That's true.
Canonically a ring pop gal. I try not to think about Lauren Pops. She upset me greatly.
We know that Emma likes snackoos, which I think in the English translation are coated in chocolate. So I think that she'd be a Crunch Bar gal with the puffed rice, something with puffed rice coated in chocolate.
I think because like I mean there's a lot of cereals like that.
Oh,
but-
like Bunch of Crunch?
Bunch
Oh.
of Crunch.
It's
I don't
like
know what that is.
That's like more like a movie theater candy. I've only ever seen it in like the square boxes.
I know, right? But I wish it was available in more places.
Or like a chocolate coated popcorn. Something crunchy coated in chocolate for sure.
Mop Up says
Oh,
that
okay. So just a Crunch bar, would that work?
That's what I said. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a Crunch Bar.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Bunch of Crunch is just Crunch bars, but they've turned it into like a pile.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Anything like that, I think is what Emma would like.
Mop Up says Clavier is the bowl of M&Ms with the brown ones removed.
Yeah, but he would probably also be like, but crack open a pack of weird M&Ms and put those in there too, like a coconut M&M or a normal M&Ms, brown ones out, one other pack of weird ones in
For the whimsy.
for the whimsy.
Christoph would probably be some bullshit fancy German chocolate, or like Lindors or something like the
Oh yeah, Linz. Yeah,
the fancy ones.
or like only Ghirardelli squares.
Yeah, oof. I haven't had a Ghirardelli square since I was in the office, I guess. Man.
Larry likes Skittles, says Jams. Yeah, Larry is definitely a fruit candy person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maddie says Francie likes fancy German chocolate, but it's like a higher quality brand than Christoph. Maybe, or maybe Swiss. Maybe she's like, Germans actually don't make fancy chocolate. It's the Swiss who have the good chocolate, you know?
Francie would eat a Toblerone, I believe. Not that it's
She would.
fancy, but she would
Ooh.
eat one.
Yeah,
You can get custom Toblerones.
you sure can.
Like that person on the internet who got really high and spelled the word Toblerone really wrong and ordered it custom. Now, in this household, I had a conversation because we've been watching Good Mythical Morning and they're rating the worst candy bar right now, and 100 grand bar was on there, and I like 100 grand bars, and I actually bought one from the dollar store to treat myself, and so Aaron tried it for the first time. And I'm like, and he's like, this is good, this is fine, I'd never seek it out myself kind of deal, and that's like a lot of candy for me, is I don't seek them out, but occasionally I'll eat it. But this is like a Reese's peanut butter cups are superior to many other candies kind of household, I feel. So, who gets the Reese's peanut butter cup as their favorite?
Well, let me tell a story first while everyone's thinking about that. Who gets the Reese's? But so Tony was reminded of having 100 grands as a kid, like last year, and was very intent to find one, and we couldn't find one for the longest time. We eventually found one in a Walmart in Michigan, and he was so excited. We bought 2 packs, and then he tried one in the car and was so disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not
100 grand.
surprised. They're not like they come tasting like they're old chocolate. Like that's
They
just
do,
the way they
yeah.
do.
Unfortunately, it's not bad. It's just like that's how it is. I want to also add to the equation who gets the Mike and Ikes, but who gets the Reese's is a bigger question.
Maddie, I
Um,
don't know what a Zagnut is. Do you all know what
we
that
are
is?
we are in the Midwest, but I don't know what a Zagnut is.
I don't know, Zagnut.
Map Up says Reese's is between Trucy and Pearl, and the others would be gummy bears. I do like one of them liking gummy bears. One of them can like Reese's as well, but I think Reese's is Mia. I was thinking Mia Fey would get a classy Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh, maybe. I think Kay Faraday gets gummy bears. But I could
Other people can like who like see. I think Kay Faraday would do sour gummy bears, and Pearl would do not sour gummy bears.
I think Pearl would be weirdly into sour candy, like Warheads. Like she's like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, my mouth. Oh, oh." And then she's like addicted to like that sourness.
What about Jawbreakers for Pearl?
I'm gonna Google a Zagnut real quick.
Jawbreaker's pretty good.
And I'm only saying that because they're shaped like pearls.
Zagnut is something I've seen before but never eaten. Like I recognize the branding, but I've never had one before. And the reason is probably because my little sister was allergic to peanuts, so I didn't get a lot of peanut candy as a kid. But it's peanut butter and toasted coconut bars.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
Maddie, way to bring up the saddest movie in existence, Grave of the Fireflies, but those little candies that that kid eats, that's what
You can't see it, but I have a tin from those that I have hollowed out to put pens in.
I have a tin, but mine's Hello Kitty version, and those are good candies.
They are good candies.
Yeah, who likes sweet tarts or Smarties?
Apollo.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For Apollo, I was thinking like he likes those assorted candies because his favorite changes every week. But
JM says, I feel like Apollo would like chocolate oranges, like the kind you get at Christmas time.
Just whack on the table. That's the only good part is you get to hit something to open them. I like sweet tarts. And
I like sweet tarts also.
Sweet tarts
I'm
are good.
okay with Smarties. I think Apollo would like sweet tarts or Smarties, and maybe similar the assorted candies, because Apollo would like having many little things. Like he wouldn't just eat a candy bar and be happy. He would just like kind of graze throughout the afternoon. He would just have like 1 pack of Smarties and just be working on it all. All right, should we try the emulator again?
Sorry, I was trying to figure out, like, because on the GMM, like, worst candies, they were talking about paydays, and as a kid, my mom and I weren't into paydays, but Planters Peanuts had their own candy bar, and it was more like a peanut brittle. and they stopped making them, and I'm to this day still disappointed. So I've stocked myself to like Paydays, but they're not nearly as good.
Wait, did you
I'm
say
sorry.
Paydays were the worst candy bar?
No, well, there's a Good Mythical Morning is doing the worst candy bar bracket right now on YouTube, and so like people voted for their least favorite candy bar, and Paydays made it to that list, which I disagree
But it's
with.
not. It hasn't made it to the end final of the bracket yet.
No.
Okay.
Better not. I like
Who's at the
Payday.
end of the bracket?
So they're doing it over multiple days. So so far, there's quite a few still left from the last episode I watched. But like, Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bar was on there, and I'm like, what's wrong with the Hershey's Cookie and Cream Bar? That's a
It's
good
a great bar.
It's a great bar, and I also haven't had a Payday similarly because of the peanut candy issue. Like I didn't get a lot of peanut candy. But it's just peanuts covered in chocolate, right, and stuck together with something caramelly.
They're not even
Yeah.
covered in chocolate. There's just like a center of nougat, and then there's peanuts around it.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
It's pretty good.
It's a tasting
it's
chalky
uncomplicated.
a lot of the times though.
Oh, that's true.
But they also have the Hershey's Gold Bar on there, which is supposed to be like a caramel peanut something kind of bar. And it does. I've had it before, and it does not taste good. And they're like, "Oh, this is terrible." They've also talked about a Zero Bar. There's a Yahoo Bar, which I've never heard of. So there's a lot of
I've
stuff.
seen the zeros, but I also haven't had one.
They had
I've
this
never heard of a Yahoo.
Chunky Bar that I've gotten from the store before, was super disappointed with. It's got raisins and other bits in it, and it's just disappointing. And all of it sounded good to me when I bought it. But you know, a Three Musketeer bar sounds like Sebastian to me. Sebastian would probably like a Three Musketeer, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that's a good vibe for him. James had said, I think Apollo would like cashew nuts. Are you saying like from the perspective of him just grazing throughout the day, he would graze on cashews, or would he just, or you mean like chocolate covered cashews? Clarify.
Cashews are kind of expensive here.
They are, but they good.
They
I do like a
good.
cashew, and you can toast them and put them into dinner foods, and I love that.
I do like
love
that a lot. I like me a lot.
Um,
Most nuts. I don't think there's a most nuts I don't think there's a nut I dislike that I can think of.
There's some nuts I'm cold on as opposed to warm on, but like a Brazil nut in the trail mix is just a big honky one. Unless it's got a lot of salt on it, it's tasteless.
Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes I want I want something to make me work for my trail mix because I've been eating 7 handfuls per sec. Like, I need to slow down. It slows me down like a dog with toys in
Yeah.
their food.
Okay, Jam says yes, like in the sense of buying cashews as a snack to graze upon. I agree, yes.
Athena likes Reese's Pieces because Athena probably watched E.T. as a child and was very into it, and so she probably left trails of Reese's Pieces out for people to like for creatures to come into her house, but nothing would ever come.
Probably. But Map Up has said the best thing, which is that Gumshoe is the extra packet of sugar he took from the break room.
No, it's true.
When he can't afford the bazooka gum,
He just eats sugar packets.
he just takes a packet of sugar. Oh no. Oh no. Maddie says Athena gave Reese's Pieces to Ponko and Klonko,
That's
probably.
so cute.
It's very cute. It's very cute.
All right. Do we go back to the stream or do we want to call it a night?
I don't know. How does everyone feel?
I mean, my color contacts make my eyes blurry, but I knew that going into this.
Oh well, if we're at a disadvantage, we can cease streaming. And I also know that Stephanie, you have to go someplace tonight, so we can stop streaming because it's more convenient if we need to.
I was trying.
And it's a good spot. It's a good spot to stop because.
Well, that's also
Yeah,
why I'm
we're
like, if we go
between-
back in, we're gonna find a weird spot to stop. But
Yeah.
I will also take any candy suggestions via email or Tumblr suggestions, and we can talk about it more in the next podcast episode.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of juice left in this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, Jams has got to go. I gotta go. Jams said, "Don't let that impact your decision." But Jams
James has to go play D&D. Yeah, I think it's a good time. I think this is a lively discussion. Who would get chocolate covered pretzels? See, there's so many things we have to answer. It's the
lot of
judge. The
candy.
judge would do chocolate
Oh,
covered
Archie
pretzels.
would. But I bet his wife won't let him eat real candy because he's got to watch his blood sugar kind of stuff, so he can have sometimes chocolate covered pretzels.
Yeah. Maddie has said, I tried to write down what we all said in my notes and I'll email it. share it in the next email. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you,
That's very
Maddie.
helpful.
That is helpful. Yes. Everybody send us messages, and then the new episode will be out tomorrow on Halloween. Happy
Yeah.
Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And we'll be back next Friday. So, Halloween. We're just taking it a little easy today. A little short today. That's all. That's all. It's fine. So, we'll see y'all next week. But in the meantime,
Yeah.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Kevin.
And that was object to this, so why don't you object to that? Good night.